Nelson Richard DeMille is an American author of action, adventure and suspense novels. His novels include Plum Island, The Charm School, and The Gold Coast. DeMille has also written under the pen names Jack Hannon, Kurt Ladner, Ellen Kay and Brad Matthews. Biography: Nelson Richard DeMille was born in New York City on August 23, 1943. He moved as a child with his family to Long Island. In high school, he played football and ran track. DeMille spent 3 years at Hofstra University, then joined the Army and attended officer candidate school. He was a first lieutenant in the United States Army and saw action as an infantry platoon leader with the 1st Cavalry Division in Vietnam. He was decorated with the Air Medal, Bronze Star, and the Vietnamese Cross of Gallantry, and was awarded the Combat Infantryman Badge. DeMille returned to the States and went back to Hofstra University where he received his degree in political science and history. He has 3 children, Lauren, Alexander, and James, and still lives on Long Island. DeMille unregistered trademark. Earlier books were NYPD detective novels. His first major novel was By the Rivers of Babylon, published in 1978 and still in print, as are all his succeeding novels. He is a member of American Mensa, the Authors Guild, and past president of the Mystery Writers of America. He is also a member of the International Thriller Writers, who honored him as 2015 Thriller Master of the Year. DeMille holds 3 honorary doctorates: Doctor of Humane Letters from Hofstra University, Doctor of Literature from Long Island University, and Doctor of Humane Letters from Dowling College. Nelson DeMille is the author of By the Rivers of Babylon, Cathedral, The Talbot Odyssey, Word of Honor, The Charm School, The Gold Coast, The Generale unregistered trademark. Daughter, Spencerville, Plum Island, The Lion unregistered trademark. Game, Upcountry, Nightfall, Wildfire, The Gatehouse, The Lion, The Panther, The Quest, and Radiant Angel. He also co-authored Mayday with Thomas Bloch and has contributed short stories, book reviews, and articles to magazines and newspapers both online and in print. Writing style: many of DeMille's books are written in the first person, and as such his books follow a linear plotline in which the reader moves along with the main character. Although the tone of his writing varies from novel to novel, one consistent tool is DeMille's liberal use of sarcasm and dry humor. Most DeMille novels, especially the more recent, avoid Hollywood endings, and instead finish either inconclusively or with the hero successfully exposing the secret, solving the mystery while suffering in his career or personal life as a result. There are generally loose ends left for the reader to puzzle over, Nightfall being a perfect example. Works: DeMille often uses Long Island, where he currently lives, as a setting in his novels, as in The Gold Coast, The Gatehouse, Plum Island, Word of Honor, Nightfall, and Radiant Angel. His most recent novels have followed 2 main characters, John Corrie and Paul Brenner. In earlier works, the storylines were completely separate, but there have been hints in the novels that they are part of a larger DeMille universe that references events and characters in earlier novels, such as The Gold Coast and The Charm School. DeMille spends approximately 16 months crafting each of his novels due to the extensive research involved, and because he writes them longhand on legal pads with a No. 1 pencil. Bibliography John Sutter series The Gold Coast, The Gatehouse. Characters: John Sutter, Susan Sutter, Felix Mancuso, and several other characters of The Gold Coast reappear in the sequel The Gatehouse. Paul Brenner series The General's Daughter, Upcountry, The Panther. Paul Brenner teams up with John Corrie on a case. Characters: Paul Brenner, a criminal investigator agent for the United States Army's Criminal Investigation Division. He was introduced in The General's Daughter and reappears in Upcountry, and The Panther. He now works as a special agent for the U.S. State Department's Diplomatic Security Service. His girlfriend is U.S. Army CID investigator Cynthia Sunhill. Colonel Carl Hellman, Brenner's superior officer at the CID. Appeared in The General's Daughter and Upcountry. John Corrie series Plum Island, The Lion's Game, Nightfall, Wildfire, The Lion, direct sequel to The Lion's Game, The Panther. John Corey teams up with Paul Brenner on a case. Radiant Angel. Characters: John Corey, a former homicide detective, medically retired from the NYPD with 3 gunshot wounds, now working for the FBI unregistered trademark S anti-terrorist task force. He was introduced in Plum Island and reappears in The Lion's Game, Nightfall, Wildfire, The Lion, The Bookcase, The Panther, and Radiant Angel. Kate Mayfield, an FBI special agent. Introduced in The Lion's Game. She marries Corey and reappears in Nightfall, Wildfire, The Lion, The Panther, and Radiant Angel. Asad Khalil, a Libyan terrorist. His family was wiped out in an American military attack in 1986, for which he swore revenge. Ted Nash, a CIA agent and arch-rival of Corey, who is introduced in Plum Island and reappears in The Lion's Game, Nightfall, and Wildfire. Joe Riker series The Sniper, The Hammer of God, The Agent of Death, The Smack Man, The Cannibal, The Night of the Phoenix. Characters: NYPD Sergeant Joe Riker, a tired, no-nonsense detective assigned to the NYPD Detective Bureau, whose natural understanding of his environment gives him an enhanced instinct for tracking down criminals. A loner, he carries 2 weapons, a standard police snub-nosed .38 special revolver in an ankle holster, and a .357 Magnum revolver carried in a shoulder holster. He appeared in the first 6 novels by DeMille: The Sniper, The Hammer of God, The Agent of Death, The Smack Man, The Cannibal, and The Night of the Phoenix. All were republished in 1989 bearing DeMille's nom de plume Jack Cannon. Standalone novels: The Quest, By the Rivers of Babylon, Cathedral, The Talbot Odyssey, Word of Honor, The Charm School, Spencerville, Mayday. Characters: Colonel Petr Burov Boris Kosakov. Though not explicitly stated, DeMille hints that Burov, the antagonist in The Charm School, is the same person as the mysterious Boris, a character in The Lion's Game and The Lion Who Trained Asad Khalil. Short fiction: The Mystery at Thorn Mansion, Life or Breath, Revenge and Rebellion, In the Plot Thickens, The Rich and the Dead, The Bookcase, Death Benefits, Rendezvous. Other novels: Hitler's Children, The True Story of Nazi Human Stud Farms, Killer Sharks, The Real Story. Non-fiction: The $5 Million Woman, Barbara Walters. Contributed works: The Plot Thickens, Getting Your Book Published for Dummies, Takeoff. The Best American Mystery Stories, Dangerous Women, The Book That Changed My Life, In the Shadow of the Master, Classic Tales by Edgar Allan Poe, The Rich and the Dead, The Bookcase, Longest Land unregistered trademark S Gold Coast, OHEKA Castle, Death Benefits, Rendezvous, The Mystery Writers of America Cookbook. Filmography. References. External links: the official DeMille webpage, Nelson DeMille Bibliography, Military.com article on Nelson DeMille.